morning, everybody. Welcome back to Lady Do Build. We've got I've got a project lined up for this weekend. It's a anchoring. I've been holding up off this because the winch is a little expensive, but I ordered the winch and we're ready to start installing it. I'll show you what I got. Okay, so first I ended up ordering the Maxwell VW1500 after doing the calculations suggested on their website. It's with the 3/8 triple B chain. I did order the chain, and well, I ordered 20 feet of it so I could make sure that it fits as I expect. It does, it fits perfect, and I'll use that 20 feet to help line up stuff when I'm cutting the holes in the deck. It came with, oddly, a 135 amp Maxwell breaker and a foot pedal switch, which I won't be using the foot pedal switch. This anchor winch you can order an optional piece with it, which is a winch controller module. It's $1,000. It basically consists of 2 relays and a sensor that comes up under here, and so you can count how much chain you've got out or coming in. The sensor's just a Hall effect sensor. The relays are just relays. So I'm not going to order their $1,000 module. I'm going to build my own, and I'll build my own Hall effect circuit so I can count the chain myself and say I did the math. I can buy all that for less than $100 instead of paying the $1,000. So, I'm sure it's a great product and everything, but no. Then I purchased the Fortress FX37 anchor. This will be my daily. It's not a storm. It's not, any of that. This is just the daily anchor. I got the swivel for it, so I don't have any problems with chaining. I got 20 feet of the 3/8 inch triple B chain so that I can test everything. But when it's done, I'll probably have closer to 300 feet of chain on board for the main anchor. Then, during my time off, shall we say, I was bored. I came out here, and I welded up a solid steel version of a Fortress style anchor. I didn't have any measurements, anything. I just kind of went on my own little thing. I'll have this hot dip galvanized so that it ain't rusting. But my thought here is what I read on the Fortress is if there's seaweed or stuff like that, it doesn't have enough weight to get through some of the seaweed. So I built this one, and if this can't get through seaweed, nothing can, because it's 3 or 4 times the weight of the aluminum Fortress. Then what I did was, or what I've got for today, is I got 7 feet of a 4-inch pipe over here, and 2 2-inch stainless 3/16 stainless steel elbows. I'm going to be installing this anchor as a Haws pipe.
So I thought I'd clear up a Haws pipe. On bigger ships, the anchor goes through a pipe in the side of the hull, just like the one shown here. And that's where the anchor stores and deploys from. And here's another graphic that shows pretty much how it's all going to work out. Obviously, mine's smaller, and I ain't going to have some of this stuff. But yeah, it's just a great way to store and deploy an anchor.
Okay, as you can see, we don't have a lot of room on the bow here. Who does on a boat? But it is what it is, and I think there's plenty to do this. You'll notice that this area of bow, or the foredeck, stands a little proud of the sides. That's because this is 3/8 inch plate steel, where this is only 3/16. I wanted 3/8 underneath the winch to hold the winch, because there's some loads up here, the chain stopper. Plus, with chain going through here, there's a chance this is going to take wear, so I'm going to have to paint it a little more often, and I just want all that extra material. Now, I laid this out in CAD so I could figure out exactly where I wanted it. And the winch itself is going to be, from its center line to this, 18 inches, and then centered side to side. Then, fair off of the chain cap, stand, so that the chain comes out straight. The return chain will come out here through this 3/16 stainless elbow and drop into my chain locker. I'm going to aim for the center of the pile, so to speak. And there's other stuff that's got to happen in there, but that's not this video. Then it'll come back. So with this one, I'm going to split it down the middle right here, and then spread this in, probably with a torch and a hammer and some cussing, so that it closely matches the 4-inch pipe. That way, when it's coming through, it still has stainless steel to rub on. It takes all the work. So now it's just a matter of laying all this out. I've got the template from Maxwell, so I got to get that on there. Punch out 4 holes, 5 holes, get them drilled. Then I'm going to cut this with the plasma cutter. Well, you'll see what I'm doing. But first things first, get it all laid out. That fits in there pretty good. I'm happy with that. Now I need to partially reassemble it so that I can wrap a chain across so that I can make sure I've got a fair lead for the chain. So yeah, let's do that. Okay, in CAD, I determined that the center line of the Haws pipe coming out here should be 21 inches back from this point and 22 inches up from this point. So let's see if I can pull that off. Right there. Next thing I did in CAD was I drew out the shape. I had the 3D CAD. I'd already cut the hole in the plate in 3D CAD. So I have the plate, or the actual shape. So now, if I center that up on the center mark and get it level, so that should be the hole I need to cut out. I think I'm going to cut well inside of this and see if I can sneak up on this. So the only thing that could give me problems with this hole is I know there's a stringer going through here, and I kind of picked my spot there because there was a stringer there. I'd like to weld the stringer to the Haws pipe to stiffen it up in this area. So let's cut this and see how it goes. Well, the pipe's in. It's not, it's in the top. It's not through the bottom yet. I'm going to have to get in there and wiggle it around and fine tune that hole until I get it just right. It's 90 degrees here, and this dark deck and the heat from the welding and such is just whooping my butt. So yeah, I think I'm going to try to do the rest of the shaping the hole through the top side from inside the boat where at least there's shade. And I think I got a fan somewhere. I'm gonna get a fan too, so if you hear fan noise, sorry, I'm dying. There it is. Okay, I got her stuffed in there. Pretty happy with the fit on top. Fit on bottom, I'm not all that happy with, but I was planning on taking some more 1/4-inch plate and putting it on around this thing to stiffen this whole area up, because when the anchor chain's through this and I'm anchored, all the pull on that chain is going to happen on this end. So I want to stiffen all this up with basically doubling up the plate on the inside. So when I do that, I should be able to fill those gaps no problem. And I may put another doubler on the outside. So I got almost 3/4 of an inch worth of steel around there, welded to the top side to take that load. So next thing is to cut some flat bar or some 1/4-inch and start tacking in the doublers.